So, green card versus citizenship. Do you keep your green card or apply for citizenship? We'll talk about 5 key differences that you need to know before making the decision to become a U.S. citizen. Hello everybody and welcome back to Immigration Channel. This is where we explain complex immigration matters in short, simple videos. We make immigration easy. And in this video, we'll talk about the difference between a green card and citizenship and whether you should actually become a U.S. citizen. In fact, we'll talk about 5 key differences that you need to know now before making that decision to give up your green card and become a U.S. citizen. And number 5 is quite interesting point, so make sure you watch this video all the way until the end. But before we do that, if you're here for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos, and also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show this video to more people just like you. As always, if you need help with your immigration matter, a green card, citizenship, or any other matter, send me a text, 619-483-4549. Let's book a consultation one-on-one, and I'll help you with your case as best as I can. Or you can go to www.immigrationasap.com, leave your information there, and one of our team members will contact you ASAP. So, citizenship or green card? Believe it or not, the United States accepts more immigrants than any other country in the world. And every year, the United States grants 140,000 new green cards every year. And last year, the United States welcomed almost 1 million new U.S. citizens that applied for their naturalization and became proud U.S. citizens. This year, this number is expected to increase. So, let's talk about what is a green card first. A green card is also known as a permanent resident card of the United States. Green card holders are typically those applicants who immigrated to the United States either through family petitions or employment-based applications. And most green card holders are able to live with a green card for a decade and renew it every 10 years. Green card holders obtain green card through marriage to a U.S. citizen, as I mentioned, or through a sponsorship by an employer, or if they have special skills, they apply on their own through the NIW process, or if they have a lot of money, they get a green card through the EB-5 process. Quite a few people obtain their green card through the diversity green card lottery, and of course, we've got applicants who obtain green card through asylum, or they're fighting deportation, and they're able to get their cases approved and stay in the United States. There are also different paths to become a U.S. citizen. Some applicants become U.S. citizens through the military, for example. Many people become U.S. citizens because they're born in the United States. Applicants can become U.S. citizens even if they're born abroad, but 1 or 2 of their parents are U.S. citizens. But most people become U.S. citizens by way of naturalization, and they have to meet certain requirements, be over the age of 18, good moral character, and reside in the United States continuously for 3 or 5 years. So let's talk about the 5 things that you need to know whether you become a citizen or keep your green card. Number 1, if you have a green card, you cannot vote in the United States elections. This is an elections year. Many of our green card holders, applicants, are interested to vote and make a difference, and that could be one of the main reasons why you may want to become a U.S. citizen. Number 2, green card holders may face the risk of deportation. There's quite a few green card holders that were deported over the years. If a U.S. citizen commits a crime, is convicted of espionage, or any other serious crimes, they're not at risk of deportation because they are U.S. citizens. On the contrary, on the other hand, green card holders can be deported for various crimes, maybe even less serious than those that I just mentioned right now. And also, if they vote, they can also be subject to removal and deportation. And finally, if they claim to be a U.S. citizen when they're not, that is a crime by itself, and they could be deported just by doing that. Number 3, green card holders have limitations on travel and absence from the United States. So while green card holders can travel outside of the United States, if they stay over a year without coming back, they might have issues to keep their green card upon return. Quite a few applicants in recent months were detained by Customs and Border Patrol officers at the port of entry, questioning them why they spent so long outside of the United States. If you're a citizen, you can go ahead and live abroad as long as you need. And when you come back to the United States, you can still be a U.S. citizen. Nobody's going to take away your citizenship. Number 4, U.S. citizens may petition more family members, unlike green card holders. For example, U.S. citizen may petition their parents. A green card holder cannot petition for their parents. A U.S. citizen can petition for a spouse, and the spouse is considered to be an immediate relative, and they don't have to wait to immigrate to the United States, green card holders can petition for their spouse, but they're subject to a long wait over 2 years, and as a result, they have to be separated from their spouses, and therefore a lot of them are electing to become U.S. citizens to be able to file for their spouses in a much faster and more convenient manner. And number 5, U.S. citizens definitely have more rights. For example, non-citizens may not be eligible for certain loans, for certain jobs, or running for public office in certain locations. So there you have it. Quite a few advantages to becoming a U.S. citizen. Of course, on the flip side, quite a few applicants choose to remain green card holder because of taxation issues. There are quite a few benefits to not being a U.S. citizen depending on your tax bracket. So always consult your accountant to determine if it makes sense financially for you to become a U.S. citizen. Hopefully now that you know the difference, you've seen the pros and cons, you're more educated to know if you should become a U.S. citizen or not. In most cases, it's always beneficial to become a U.S. citizen. Any questions? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.